So Dad's here, and our seater driver is also here. So he's a bit camera shy, the seater driver. He's hiding over there. Welcome back, everybody. It is time to get Wally and the Norrish and get ready for seeding. So I've been in Perth last week, and Dad came down to make sure that Wally was going to start, and obviously it didn't. So he put the genset, the battery charger on, and it all started. Is it dead flat?
No, it's got lights today, but it's not going to start.
Right, so we'll fire this up and see if we can get it going. Nah. Okay, so we're going to fill this up and just leave it to run for probably an hour. Yeah, we're getting life into the batteries, but it's just not ideal. So we did put this away working, so everything should be good. We oiled it and we greased it and did everything like that. Obviously we want to make sure before we start seeding, so that's why we're trying to get this done today. What have we got to do to it is we need to just put our snorkels back on, re-grease it and run it up. Just make sure that all our augers are freely moving, and yeah, that's essentially it. Check our chains, just looking at this one here. This one is a little bit loose, so we're going to have to tighten that one up. But yeah, that's all we're going to do to this to make sure. Obviously bolt it down and secure it. But yeah, we'll be back to get this later. All good?
Yeah, it's still up, still charging.
Alright, so we're back. We, even though it doesn't seem like it, we went down to my house and just sorted out Pedro. And we're now going to give it a go and see if we can start this. You ready? Hanging on. Come on. Alright, that didn't work. We put the multimeter over, and we got one battery which is pretty much nothing, and the other three are 11.6, so they're all low. So what we're going to do is just going to leave it for now. Let that charge up for a couple of hours and we'll come back. So in my absence, when I was in Perth, the boys have been busy. So Henry finished all the spraying. He then had Luke come out, and they went around, made a plan of attack for like the seeding spray, so the pre-em. He's currently not here. He's out spraying in F block. They're doing, he's spraying some ryegrass that got through some iffy looking ryegrass that looks to have got through some Roundup, so we don't want that, because obviously that means that there could be some resistance there. It's on a bit of sand, so that's also, the reason. So he's out there doing that, and then this afternoon he might go out and do his pre-em and spray some canola country so we can get going tomorrow or the next. Dad got all the press wheels on here, everything's sorted. The fert shed is full of fertiliser, I'll show you guys that. Yeah, obviously we just need to sort out Wally and get that operational. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to hook onto the bar, hook the bar onto the bin, get all the hoses sorted, get this all ready to roll, and yeah, then we can get into some seeding at some point. So the joy of hooking this back on, trying to reverse it straight, is not the easiest of tasks. But I do have Dad out the back now, so he's got a two-way, and he can let me know instead of me having to try and guess. This might take a few attempts to get on. What I don't like about the case is its reverse gear. I'm in gear 1 reverse, and it is very high. It'd be like gear 3 for a John Deere. Yeah, I've got to use the clutch.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. If you keep coming straight back, you may have to kick it to the south a bit, just a fraction, but it's looking pretty good at the moment.
More? Forward now. This happened last time. Those two went in and these two didn't. I had to tippity tap. Much easier when you've got a second person there to help you. So we've got all the hydraulics hooked on except for two. We've got to hit the nipples in again. Other than that, we're all good. So we're going to pull it up here straight. We can work on it. We can put those hoses, the air hoses on, and then, you know, later on today maybe we'll be able to fill it up. If not today, tomorrow. So yeah, we'll just get it all up here and straight, so it's all nice to work with, not this crooked monstrosity that I've got here. So I think all the dogs are out of the way. Take off and go forward. Alright, so again with these, we need to be careful because you don't want to damage the nipple inside. That's why we're using a rag and the punch, and then just a tap.
Nasty. Really nasty. Didn't have that rag in tight.
No, I didn't have enough for the rag in. So I got a bit covered in oil there. The rag, I didn't have quite enough in, and when I released it, I got captured a fair bit of it, but some of it came up and got me. That's why you always wear your safety glasses, and yeah, obviously we try and avoid doing this, but sometimes you got to. So just need a rag and I'll clean myself up, and then we're going to do these hoses up here. That might make it easier. Right, well, aside from me being a bit covered in oil, the having a second person doing that makes that much easier. So you can see why I didn't attempt to do that by myself. But Henry's back from spraying, so he's not sure what he's doing over there. Probably getting something to do something with the boom. Yeah, we're just going to fire this up, make sure the fans work. Yeah, I know we've already done it, but this time we've got it connected up, so we can go and just make sure that all the heads aren't leaking, anything like that. And I also need to change a setting in the screen. Can't remember who commented, but one of you commented to change it to motor mode. So thank you for that, because I completely forgot that we had to do that. Still don't understand what it does, but we're going to change that. So yeah, we're going to do that, flip the auger out, make sure that that's all ready to roll, and then yeah, we will then probably try and go and get Wally. We'll see if we can get Wally started. Alright, so we've got a bit of an issue. I did motor mode and I can't get my fan speed up, and then I've taken it out of motor mode, not that I really know what it does, to normal mode, and I still can't get my fan speed up. They're both sitting at 2800. We've got two fans on this, we get two readings, they're both different readings, because it's not just one sensor. We need them up at about 4500, and now I know that because that's what I got in my notes. The John Deere had to push it that fast to get the product to work. Otherwise we block all our tubes. So we're just waiting to hear back from Case on what we've got to do to get this sorted. Because yeah, we know at 2800 we're not going to be able to essentially operate with the rates that we do. So we're just going to figure it out and sorted out. Okay, so what we've done is just check and make sure I got all my hydraulics off. I don't. It's turned off as well. So what I have done is I have we've switched our hydraulics around. So this has 2 hydraulic pumps, just like what the John Deere has. So you've got well, they just can't keep up on the one pump. So I've switched it to being on 2 separate pumps. So banks 1 to 3 and banks 4 to 5, 6. Now that with the tines engaged, well, the tine oil with them lifted up is fine. I'm not too sure how it's going to go once we got the tines in the ground when we're applying packing pressure. So you got, I'm going to assume there's more oil being used. So we're just going to fold it up, go out in the paddock, do a dig, and just check to make sure that our fan will stay at the 4500 revs that we need. And if it does, then we're happy days, and we'll just run it like that on the 2 separate pumps. And we won't need to investigate the matter any further. Alright, so we're here to check our fans. So fan 2 will be fine, it's fan 1 that we're going to see if it dips. So put our tines down, wait for it to all be in and packing pressure up. And oh, she's a bit dry now. And we're going to look down here, and being on that second pump, splitting it is working well. We've got our packing pressure up nice, so that's up there. So I think that'll work quite well. The worrying thing now is just how much power I'm using to pull this. We're up at 70 horsepower at the moment, going 4 k's an hour.
70%.
So we normally go, we're at 7.2 k's an hour now. Oh, 93% power.
It's a red John Deere.
Oh, she's dry. The difference it's been, I seeded, well not seeded, but I went into ground just there before when we did the paddock test, and it was absolutely fine. And now, yeah, we're using 96%, well, 101% engine power.
And 96, 98, 100 litres. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a different story when the ground's dry. It's still pulling it though, so that's a positive. So it was struggling, but it's dry. So yeah. But as Dad pointed out, we are also as deep as this bar can go at the moment, because we finish on wheat and your points are pretty worn, so you're as deep as you go. So yeah, we're not actually going to be seeding as deep as what we are, so obviously there's more, well, when we lift it up, that's less drag on the whole machine. And there's no moisture.
No.
Not like when I did this last time and I had a whole nice...
You can make a bolus.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So we could do with some rain. We dry seed anyway, but yeah, it's really dry. Alright, it's after lunch now, so we're going to give this a go. This is still running, so I hope that means it's charged up. So Dad's here, and our seeder driver is also here. So he's a bit camera shy, the seeder driver. He's hiding over there.
Hi, my name's...
He's back!
My name's Ben.
Ben. So, Summers is back. Why'd you come back?
God knows.
God knows. We're just too good to work for.
Just missed you so much, John.
Yeah.
Just missed you all so much.
He wanted to drive the new tractor essentially, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can't have anyone else trusted with that. So.
No, not at all. I look
So no,
after things.
we've got Summers back. So for everybody who keeps asking.
Season 3, pa!
Alright, let's see if we can get it to start. What was that? that shouldn't have turned on.
Oh dear.
Oh, maybe because I haven't used the accelerator at all. Alright, so we've got it in place, sort of. So you can see here, this isn't lined up, but we've done the best we can with how we've got it. So we'll take it all off and then we'll use the forklift to just tap it into place. And then we'll bolt it down. Obviously we'll do this all at the shed. Right, so we're clamping this down. We just need to push it forward because we've got this big gap at the front here. But as it was driving down, it slid into its spots here. So now we're just going to use the forklift just to push it forward enough.
Oh, Sam, we actually did this last year.
Yeah. Keep coming.
I'm being careful, driver.
Up, forward, but not too much. Keep coming. Little bit more. Whoa! The rest we can do with the adjusters here. The bin might roll, well, move slightly forward, just so you know. Alright, so we're all go. We got this one locked on both sides, this one on both sides. We just bent back this one because this one here, it's always a pain to try and get through. So we've bent that one back and we're just waiting for that to cool down. George has tucked himself in underneath there and is playing, well, having fun with that one. And Henry's in here busy getting our dividers that we need to weld onto the bucket. So he's got one over there, but this is the other one that we weld onto our bucket on the loader so that we shorten up the bucket so it actually fits when you tip stuff into here. And then we just need to put on our snorkels, which whilst George is under there, I'll get them out and get them ready and start on that. They are just there with the tyres, so we'll pull them out. Right, we've got a few things going on. We've got to get the this started, but because it hasn't been running for a while, the fuel has gone out, so it's been a bit of an issue. And Henry's over here welding up the bucket. Alright, we got it started. So now we're going to give her a test to make sure that all the augers are working. You can see all the stuff coming out. Moving back there, so that one's working. That one's turning over. And our train is turning over, so our crossover is working. And the last. That one's working. And that one's working. So while those two are down there fiddling with stuff down there, we've got to just measure up everything. So we've got to make sure that both screens know exactly where the tractor is, so that the implement turns itself on and off at the right point, and also so that when we're doing our outside laps and driving around, it also knows where it is. So we've got to add in things like where the receiver is, and then after that we need to do the implement, and then we need to change the where the connection point is from the implement. So we're going to get to and do this. So we're going to do one last job up here before this is ready for
The most
seating.
important job of them all.
And it's the flag position, but it's not going to be a flag as good as the header, because it won't swivel.
No, it will. I've just had a thought.
You're going to zip tie both sides?
Look, do that.
And zip tie
Zip
both
tie
sides?
both sides, and it'll twist.
Okay, it works well until you get a really windy day and it moves, but you
Look,
can try it.
Look, guys, it's going to be sick.
So we're going to try and see if we can get this to work.
Don't do it up tight.
I haven't done it up tight, don't worry.
Which way?
Which way does the Union Jack go?
I think it's that way.
No, it's what you want, the big white parts in the
Top.
middle. Yeah,
No, at the top.
yeah, that's what I meant, bud.
Yeah.
All right, with the flag flying, we're going to leave the video there. We'll fill this up tomorrow and calibrate tomorrow. Henry's going to get spraying tomorrow. So the next video, we should be starting seeding if all goes well. So that would be the plan. So we'll see you in that one. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.